What up? This is your boy DoBoy, and this is another installment of WHHW News, where we keep you in the loop of what's going on in the world and we follow one simple acronym. What had happened was. Now let's get down to business. Edward Matthews, a frumpy Mount Laurel, New Jersey man who poses a striking resemblance to the villain on Despicable Me, was caught on video harassing his black neighbor with racial slurs. As you can see by his mugshot, he is devoid of a neck, which makes absolutely no sense considering his behavior was very negligent. He clearly needs more fruit and vegetables in his diet. Maybe a few nectarines would help. And as far as racism goes, him and Donald Trump are kind of running neck and neck, if you know what I mean. But hey, there is no room in 2021 for this type of BS, so neck it off, Edward. Because now, in addition to having a million Karens harassing people in the streets, calling the police on black folks for seemingly being black, now we got Kyles out here being full-on racist and not even trying to conceal it at all. I mean, at all. Y'all think I'm playing, right? Well, get your beak wet on this. Now, to get to the ending of this ridiculousness, we must begin at the beginning. Edwards has a history of harassing his neighbors. Here he was in a previous rant right here.
I sell drugs. That's what I do. That's what I've always done around here. I stopped, went to prison 3 times. Now I have all the friends with the cops. If you guys want to keep doing it this route, we're going to go the legal route. You're not going to get any help from the cops because they're my people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's why you're not getting anything. And I know that you've said that. The cops came down and told me. They said, what do you want us to do?
Sheesh! It has got to be cool to be white. This man said, I sell drugs. That's what I do. I stopped and went to prison 3 times. Bruh, how? More evidence that the 3-strike law was set up to take black folks off the streets forever. But if it's the same thing for the whites, it's alright. I know a guy from Sacramento that got 1 strike for possession and 2 for the sales. Took him off the streets in 1 traffic stop. But I digress. How are you the neighborhood dope man and friends with the police? Did you hear when he said, you aren't going to get any help from the cops because those are my people? Put a pin in that because we are going to reference that a little bit later, class. But let's hear more of what this low-budget Tony Soprano has to say out of that pie hole of his.
So there's no reason for the cops to come back around. We should be perfectly cordial, be able to have these conversations and be able to live around here with no problem.
Yeah, but not what you're talking about, oh, the cops aren't going to help you, or calling my brother. I don't bother you. I don't do anything.
Calling your brother.
You did do that.
No, I said, now I'm going to call the cops like the That's what I said. I didn't call your brother. I said,
Everyone's
now here I go,
guy.
looking like a calling the cops. Is exactly what I said.
Well, hey, at least we got to the bottom of why he was using the N-word. I would have hated to think he was calling someone that when clearly he was making fun of black people calling the cops. And I don't know what black people he's been hanging around, but we don't really be calling the cops like that. Mostly because we know we go from victim to suspect real quick. You ever call the police to tell on somebody and then they ask you for your ID, and if you are on parole or probation, officer, can we stay focused, please? Let's keep going. Because Edward surely did. Listen to this. Okay, first of all, how are you racist in house shoes? Like, how are you racist and comfy at the same time? You mean to tell me that you had a hard day selling drugs in the community, despite the warning that Black Dynamite gave us all?
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
Well, be that as it may, if I catch you, I will not consider you a brother or a friend.
All right, enough of the witty puns. Let's get down to bigotry. Let's get down to business. Roll the tape.
They give a fuck your day. I'm gonna sit. Put your hands on me one more time. Oh, you put your hands on me. Come close. Come close. Right there. I know, right there. Come close. Right there. The rolling jerseys, back up. Come close. Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Don't touch me. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Vito, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Okay, first off, he started with this waddle up to my man that has his hands up in a defenseless position. Because as a black man, that's what we have to do. We got to do it with the police during traffic stops. We got to do it with psycho, obese, penguin-built drug dealers. And we still end up getting called the N-word. This is hard to watch, but we're going to keep watching. Oh, and we're going to talk about it.
I know better.
Oh, don't you know better? Get the out of here.
I got you 3 times.
I don't give I don't give a
assault.
Out of here.
I'm going to wait for the cops to show up and that's called assault.
Wow. Now this racist man that is hurling racial epithets at this man is threatening to press charges when his friends, the police show up. You know how scary that is as a black man to know that even though you may be being harassed and threatened by somebody, they can get you locked up? Like how is this? Roll the tape.
Monkey over here, this monkey over here, both have videotape of you putting your hands on me twice.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to press charges.
Go on there.
We will.
Go on there.
You know what the police can do?
What will the police do?
Nothing.
Just damn.
Somebody called me.
Someone called you. It's private property. You have no jurisdiction here whatsoever.
I do
None.
when somebody calls me.
Hold on.
Kindly back up.
You know what? Hold on.
Back
Go ahead.
up.
No.
Back
I'm going to
up,
let you
right?
do your thing. Go talk to the... Go ahead.
Stop.
Go talk to the... Let them know what I'm all about and what their rights they have.
All right. You want to go back to your house? I'll come back to you.
No, I'll stand right here. It's common property.
Okay.
All right, look. Now this is the part I truly can't find a joke about. When people talk about white privilege, this is what they are talking about. Look, we live in a world where police kill black people for the most ridiculous reasons. And this white man can charge like a white hippo, I found a joke, like a white hippo toward a police officer, hurl racial slurs, and the cop respond with, "You want to go back in your house and I'll come talk to you in a minute?" Bruh, these are the same people that he said was his friends. Makes perfect sense. He's talking like they his homie. He's not talking to him like he's a racist piece of shit. He's just, okay, let me just let this clip finish. Roll it.
You guys want to step in and talk, or?
Okay. I want him to go away. I don't know him. I want him to leave me alone.
Denise, I'm not going away until your husband stops finding me and threatening me while I'm at fucking work.
Cagney, cut it out, man.
Oh, wait.
Talk to them.
Arrest me.
I'm not
you
listening
can't.
right now. Relax. Just cut it out, dude.
All right, now I want to introduce a new segment to WHHW News, and I like to call it Keep That Same Energy. Now, this man had all that bravado energy when he was talking to women, old folks, and a black man that he thought he could sick the police on. But as soon as he realized the internet existed, okay, first off, what kind of caveman is Petty Eddie to not know that people have gone viral for so much less? Look, I've been trying to talk to Jesus more these days, so I ain't gonna leak the man's address like they did on World Star Hip Hop. But he dropped it in the clip. He dropped a lot of bass out of his voice when just one person pulled up. Peep how the energy shifted quick AF.
100%. All because of ignorance, biased statements. Exactly what you're saying. It's a hate crime. 2 different cops. Officer White, this is the officer that's in that video. White, he was the one present there. This cop was not. This cop is the one. I actually ran this cop.
Who's the officer that was present?
This cop right here.
What's his name?
Officer White. 45 minutes before this happened, I chased him off this property because the cop's been harassing me. Now, what I did was not acceptable. It's completely wrong. So I'm looking you dead up here.
Okay, let's just start with the obvious. Where did the bold racist go? And who is this kind, polite white man with this customer service agent of the year voice? He is about as non-threatening as Meek Mill whenever Tekashi 6ix9ine is around. This guy is nice. And he went from saying the police was his homies to say that they were harassing him too. Well, now you're on an island by yourself, playboy, because most people hate racists, but nobody likes a snitch. And yes, he is a snitch because like he said, he sells drugs and he's been arrested for it 3 times. He is not a civilian. So he might not even be able to click up with the white card in prison because nobody likes a snitch, fam. But this ain't even the kicker. Because much like how one text to your homeboy to come over for barbecue on the 4th of July, black folks is going to communicate. We're going to share that text. And whether it's some fire ribs and baked beans that we are in search of, or if our hunger is to expose a racist, oh, we pulling up. And when I say we, I mean we.
That's what I did. I pulled up. I said I was going to pull up. And I said I was going to bring people too. And everybody started coming from everywhere, man. See how quick we can assemble, yo? This is power.
Well, ask and ye shall receive. I would love to tell you this was Edward's first racist run-in, but neighbors claim that he has shot out their windows with BB guns, popped tires with a nail gun, and smeared dog feces on their cars. What is this guy, 10 years old? Why don't he do a few rounds of doorbell discs like me and my old friends in Sacramento if you really want to piss people off? And if you are curious about why I didn't air the footage of people pelting him with bottles and debris as the cops escorted him to the cop car, well, it's just like mainstream media outlets do. I'm not about to paint black folks as the aggressors. Get over it. But hey, let's get back to business. Edwards is now facing several charges, including hate crimes, harassment, and trespassing. But now that this video is going viral, the mayor of New Jersey is advising that this be turned into a federal hate crime investigation. The feds? Whoo! I'm here for all that. I just hate that nothing happens to racists until they're caught on tape. He was caught in 4K. Sometimes that ain't even enough. The scariest part about this video is the first part of it. It was recorded 3 years ago. The other scary part is he referred to the cops as his friends, and they treated him like the homie when they pulled up. Now, how does Officer White, and I wish that I was making that up as a joke, but the responding officer in the video, Officer White, how does he think that the black people who called him felt when he allowed that boy to talk to them like that? And yes, I did call Edwards a boy because he is not a man in my eyes, and I'm intentionally being disrespectful, just to clear that up. This boy was at the door of an elderly couple. So you out here picking on women, old folks, and threatening to call the police on adult black men? Yeah, you may have written a check that your racist ass cannot cash. In conclusion, I hope that Edwards get what he deserves, but I watched the whole clip. I already hear him copping a plea. He's trying to say that he was drunk. He's making a bunch of other excuses. Look, maybe the mayor does a solid and makes an example out of him. Maybe since he is an admitted 3-time drug-dealing racist fat boy with limited options. Okay, listen. Was I the only one noticed that he had 2 versions of the same shirt on? I mean, I get it. Yoda is adorable AF, but my man, you are pushing 50, and these are your go-to wardrobe options? I got an idea. After we correct your ridiculous racism, let's address your sense of fashion. Anywho, my name has been DoBoy, and this has been another installment of WHHW News. Please like the video, share the video, comment on it. It all helps in what we're trying to do. All right? Until next time, I'm out. Peace. Yeah. Before we get out of here, just wanted to show some love to some members of the Do Nation that was showing love in the comments. So we showing some love to y'all. First up is Tamisha Godfrey. She hit out with a comment and said, "Happy that I found your channel." Sweetheart, I am happy that you found the channel. Look around, go to the content that you like, and stay as long as you want. We love to have you here. And Irma Gator, she said, "DoBoy in the suits. What had happened news, thumbs up to get them subs up. Shout out to the Do Nation crew in my DoBoy voice." Okay, Irma, thank you for pulling up. And do me a favor, hit that sub button because you ain't subscribed, sweetheart. All right, y'all. Get in the comments and maybe I'll read yours on the next episode of WHHW News. These hands. I don't even know why I did that. Okay, bye.